Sally here. I'm here today with my friend Rob. Rob, say hi.
Hey, how is everybody out there?
I'm guessing pretty good, but let's have him leave some answers in the comments down below. So we're here with Rob today. We're going to take a look at his rig, and we're going to talk about how he lives his RV lifestyle. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what got him into his RV lifestyle. So let's start with your patio area right here, Rob. This is pretty spectacular.
Well, I got my rug nailed down to the desert floor so the wind doesn't take it away. And I have, well, it looks pretty dirty, but you know, you really can't help that out here.
Nope, you really can't.
Little table, a couple of chairs to sit at. And normally I have a outdoor propane fire pit, but I have that on loan. But my favorite thing is over there. It's my Blackstone.
Wow.
Flat griddle. I love cooking with my Blackstone.
That's what, the 24?
22.
22.
It's the 22, 2 burners.
Cool, very nice, very nice. So tell us about the features on your exterior. Anything different, special, anything missing?
Nothing really special. I've got an electric awning, and it's a micro Minnie made by Winnebago, 2100 BH.
And what year is it?
It's a 2021.
Cool.
And it's got the torsion suspension and a real high clearance, so I can take this to places where you couldn't take a lot of other RVs.
Nice.
And I've tested that out. And one extra that was pretty expensive was they had one little battery sitting there in a little plastic case. Now you can see I've got a metal one.
Oh, nice.
That has, I've got 400 amp hours of lithium in there.
Wow.
And a DC to DC charger that my truck throws 30 amps in the battery bank when I'm driving.
Very nice.
That was at each trailer $700. It was a big
cool.
investment.
Cool. And then I think I saw a bunch of solar out back too.
Yeah, I've got that's
a lot
800 watts of solar sitting on the ground. I've got another 200 in flat panels up on top, but that doesn't really add much. Then I have a whole separate system in the back that I have an energy solar generator where I've got another 360 in back that just charges that separately.
Wow, that's a lot of power.
It's a lot of power.
Have you ever run out of power?
Not on purpose.
I don't think any of us do.
I've had some technical problems that resulted in running out of power, but I've never, since I've upgraded to the 400 amp hours, I've not gotten below 50%.
Nice, very nice. Do you think we could take a look inside?
Absolutely. Oh, and this is, the stairs are not stock.
Oh, no, they are not.
They are not.
These are the more ride.
And I do have a roommate. We'll see. Is it okay if we come in? There's my roommate.
That's Dottie.
And
Hi, Dottie.
in my YouTube channel is Travels with Dottie, and she's the real star.
Are you the star, Dottie?
Well, no one seems to care much about me. When I get recognized, it's because they recognize Dottie.
Well, I have to tell you, since I got Kit, I'm getting a whole lot more attention. Oh, wait a minute. No, Kit's getting more attention.
I didn't realize you were still hooked up to your... So come on in. First thing on the right is it's a full-size bed, and Dottie and I share the bed.
Nice. And so this is the bed. You don't have to do anything to it in order to be able to...
Yeah, you don't have to do anything to it. It's just a full-size bed.
Which is really a nice feature.
And there is another roommate, George.
Oh, hi, George. We should probably shut the door, huh? So George doesn't leave.
George won't leave, but George has never really seen another dog before.
Oh, yeah.
So
that'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting. So anyway, this is the slide out area, and it came with the I call them useless dinettes.
Mm-hmm.
They're uncomfortable. They're cheaply made. I promptly yanked it out. Got a lightweight aluminum frame recliner.
Nice.
From Camping World. And Dottie's being protective.
Just a little bit.
George is going into hiding. And then where I do my work, I can tell you a little bit about that later. I have just a Walmart table and a chair, and that's where my lighting and laptop are.
Cool.
And there's a little end table there that has a big hole in the side, and George kind of lives in there a lot.
That's his favorite resting place?
And next to it is a little table with George's eating station and the top end litter box beneath that.
Right.
Then my kitchen's really pretty simple. There's no separate pantry. It's just all these drawers and whatnot. 3-burner stove, propane refrigerator.
That's a 6 cubic foot? 8?
I don't know.
I think
wish
8.
knew.
I think
Okay,
8.
Maybe 8. And then there's, the bathroom's nothing fancy. There's a toilet. And there's a walk-in shower there.
And a mirror on the opposite side.
And a mirror hanging there. And I bought the bunkhouse model. The bunkhouse model, people usually get it for their kids. I don't have kids, so why did I get the bunkhouse model? Come take a look. It's pretty obvious why I got the trunks.
Hey, Rob, you have a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff and a lot of storage.
Which is nice.
I'm pretty happy about it.
No doubt. No doubt.
So this is pretty much it. I mean, there are a couple other minor things. I have, this is a 5G router with SIM cards in it to pick up. I have an AT&T card. I have a T-Mobile card. And I also have, you might have noticed on the shot, maybe not, Starlink. I've had Starlink for about a year.
Yeah, I'm not sure we put the Starlink shot in, but we'll get that when we walk back outside because I don't want to disturb Dottie in her house or George for very long. And you've got a little weather station set up. That's really nice. Yeah, very, very comfortable. Oh, and a flip-up shelf.
A flip-up shelf,
get a
which
little more
never
counter
ever
space.
is used.
Really?
Never used it. No.
Interesting. Interesting. And is that a single or a double sink?
It's a single.
Nice. And, honestly, I prefer a single sink. I think they're just easier to deal with. But that's me.
And this is an upgrade because the actual TV that came was just small enough so even sitting here, I couldn't read stuff.
Oh,
so
wow.
I upgraded and really spent the big bucks at Best Buy. This was $88. So I spare no expense.
Exactly. And you're running that on AC instead of DC, right?
Right. It's on AC.
Yeah, so on a regular plug. In case you don't know, most TVs in RVs are plugged into a DC outlet, like a cigarette outlet. And they do that because AC outlets use more power and it's harder to run off of the ineffective batteries that come with them.
Right.
So, but you've got all the power.
Yeah, I've got all the power I need.
Cool.
I can even run my microwave for short periods of time.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, right now I have a 2,000 watt inverter, and it's just barely enough to run the microwave for maybe 4 minutes. But I just am now upgrading to a 3,000 watts. So
nice.
I'll be able to use it longer.
Nice, that'll be great. Well, super. Well, thank you so much for sharing a tour of your home with us. If you don't mind, I'd like to talk a little bit about how you got here. What brought you out into this lifestyle?
What brought me out was playing around on YouTube, looking at various things, and the first thing I saw that intrigued me is I accidentally stumbled across a video of Nomadic Fanatic.
I love Eric.
He was in college in this sort of crappy old Class C. I remember he was sitting at the dinette talking, and I listened to him and I started getting more and more intrigued. So then I got into his channel, caught up to present day, and saw the evolution and saw how happy he was. And the second thing that happened is I'm looking for YouTube people, and I see a woman on YouTube, and I think, oh, it's pretty interesting. And I'm like, there's something familiar about her. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And I was talking to one of my close friends in Dallas, and for some reason I told her about the experience, and she goes, Rob, do you know who you were looking at? And I go, what are you talking about, Regina? She said, it's Deborah Dickinson. I'm like, it was an old friend of ours. I said, that's Deborah? That was Deborah? Holy crap. She's like, I knew her in Dallas like almost 30 years ago, and she was in the lifestyle, and she was camping with Bob Wells, and she was like big. So that opened the floodgates, and I was like YouTube everywhere. And in the meantime, I had already picked up a trailer I'm a little impulsive with spending. I have to admit, I had a trailer that I bought for camping, wasn't using it much, but this really whet my appetite. And then I started realizing I don't have to work until I'm 70. I swear I went through most of my career thinking I'm going to have to work full time until I'm 70.
I did the same thing. I thought I was never going to be able to retire.
And I really started listening to Bob Wells and his philosophy, and I understood I don't have to do this. And then it really hit me. My big test was I took my old trailer and I lived in it full time while I was working for 2 years, just to make sure that I was going to be comfortable. And I tell you, I moved from a luxury high-rise apartment in Tyson's Corner, Virginia, which is right outside of DC, very swanky.
Yep.
And then into the trailer, and I was far more comfortable in the trailer. And I'm like, and I came out here and went to the RTR a couple of years ago, right before the pandemic. And it was amazing. It was everything that when I tested it, it was amazing. So I thought, this is going to be my plan. So I ended up retiring, working for Fairfax County, Virginia, on December 1st, 2021, and I burned my work clothes. I didn't really burn them, I threw them in a dumpster, but I like to say I burned them. And then I hit the road, and I've been very, very happy ever since. It's an amazing lifestyle. I still am a licensed professional counselor. And so I do just a little bit of counseling still virtually, just to keep my toe in that pool, because it feels so good and it's meaningful work. And I'm pretty happy.
So if there was one thing that you would change about how you got into this and where you are now, what would it be?
Doing it sooner.
Doing it sooner. You know, it's funny. That's pretty much the answer I get to that question all the time. So to the people that are watching this video, what would you say to them about doing it sooner?
Plan it out. See, I have a couple of recommendations. One, if you have debt, find a way to get rid of it. Work hard, get rid of debt. It's a load off your mind if you want to go out on the road full time and you don't have any debt. And if you don't have any debt, your cost of living is
really small.
Really small.
Really small.
Like, I'm out here for the winter in Quartzsite, and it's $180
for camping.
For camping for the whole season.
And that's not just camping, guys. That includes water. It includes the dump station. It includes being able to get rid of your trash. All for $180 for.
So September 15th through April 15th.
Right.
And in the summers, I work as a volunteer camp host. And that means I get a free, like last summer, I was up in North Idaho working for the Army Corps of Engineers, and I got a free full hookup site for the whole summer for maybe 20 hours a week work, which was pleasurable work because I get to talk to campers and hang out with people from all over the country. And I stay in a beautiful campground for free.
Awesome.
And this summer, it's going to be Yosemite.
I'm going to come visit you there.
I'm working my way up Yosemite in I think July.
Cool. Before we wrap up, I'm going to apologize for some of the camera movement because I'm also holding my dog Kit on a leash, and he keeps trying to be other places. So we've got a little bit of movement. Sorry about that. Rob, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Really appreciate it. I know that the viewers do as well. And so once again, Rob's channel is Travels with Dottie. I'm going to put a link in down below so that you can go subscribe to his channel as well. He's got a lot of good content. He does a lot of like short informational videos as well that I'm sure you'll find interesting, helpful, and so forth. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. If you think you've subscribed, double check it. YouTube has been unsubscribing people and they don't realize it. All of a sudden they're wondering why they're not getting notifications, and that's why. So thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and always remember to sally forth, live your best life, go out and adventure in whatever way works for you.